The iconic red can, the fizzy sweetness, the refreshing blast of flavor, the Coca Cola. It, loaded with high fructose corn syrup, manipulates our brains, creating a cycle of craving and consumption. Our bodies can't handle the constant influx of sugar, leading to a cascade of negative effects. Beneath that bubbly exterior lies a recipe for health disaster, affecting our teeth, liver, and more. Soda consumption is a global phenomenon with billions of liters consumed every year. The average American consumes 44 gallons of soda annually, enough to fill about 160 bathtubs. The initial sugar high from Coke is short-lived, leading to a roller coaster of energy spikes and crashes. Coke acts as a diuretic, promoting fluid loss and leaving you more dehydrated. Coke's acidity erodes tooth enamel, leading to cavities and dental issues. Your body sends distress signals as it struggles to cope with the onslaught of sugar and lack of nutrients. As the days of your Coke-only escapade turn into weeks, a rather unwelcome side effect begins to make itself known. Your clothes feel a little snugger. Those extra calories from all that Coke are starting to make a noticeable impact on your waistline. They're setting up camp on your hips, belly, and thighs. Liquid calories sneak past our radar. Sugary drinks like Coke trick our brains into thinking we're still hungry. That steady stream of Coke is quietly sabotaging your metabolism. Here's a vicious cycle for you. As your body becomes accustomed to the constant influx of sugar from Coke, it starts to crave even more sugar. It's like a demanding toddler throwing a tantrum until it gets its sugary fix. And the more you give in to these cravings, the stronger they become, creating a relentless cycle of sugar dependence. Remember those dopamine receptors in your brain that light up like a Christmas tree when you consume sugar? Well, they're becoming less sensitive over time, requiring higher and higher doses of sugar to elicit the same pleasurable response. It's like a drug addict, needing increasingly larger hits to achieve the same high. This desensitization of your reward pathways means that ordinary, healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, just don't cut it anymore. Their natural sweetness pales in comparison to the intense sugar rush of Coke, leaving you feeling unsatisfied and craving more of the sweet stuff. It's a classic case of wanting what we can't have, or rather, what's not good for us. Our bodies, tricked by the allure of artificial sweetness, are driving us towards a nutritional cliff, leaving us trapped in a cycle of cravings and unhealthy choices. You might think, at least I have energy, right? Well, not so fast. That Coke provides a temporary jolt, but it's an illusion. Those spikes and dips wreak havoc on your energy levels, leaving you feeling sluggish and drained. Plus, sugar and caffeine disrupt your sleep. This leads to perpetual exhaustion. Ultimately, it's a recipe for disaster. We've all heard the warnings about a disease linked to our sweet indulgences. It lurks in the shadows, often silent and undetected until it's too late. Diabetes, a chronic condition with elevated blood sugar levels, is a growing epidemic. Your body struggles to process all that sugar from Coke with your pancreas working overtime. Over time, this constant sugar overload takes a toll on your pancreas. As your pancreas falters, your cells become resistant to insulin, leading to a buildup of sugar in your bloodstream. This condition, known as hyperglycemia, is dangerous and can lead to serious complications. It's like a slow poison, damaging blood vessels, nerves, and organs throughout your body. While your pancreas bears the brunt of the sugar assault, your liver, that unsung hero of detoxification, isn't spared either. Remember how Coke, with its high fructose corn syrup content, sends your liver into overdrive, struggling to process the onslaught of sugar? Well, this constant burden takes a toll, leading to a condition known as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or NAFLD. Imagine your liver as a filter, diligently cleaning your blood of toxins and waste products. Now picture pouring thick sugary sludge through that filter day after day. Over time, the filter becomes clogged, its efficiency compromised, as fat deposits build up within the liver tissue. The scary part is that NAFLD is often asymptomatic, meaning you might not even know you have it until significant damage has already been done. It's a silent epidemic, fueled by our love affair with sugary drinks and processed foods, and its consequences can be devastating. Your Coke habit isn't just harming your organs, it's also damaging your bones. Coke's high phosphorus and low calcium content disrupts bone health. Excess phosphorus weakens bones, especially with low calcium. This imbalance can lead to osteoporosis, making bones brittle. We live in a world awash in sugary drinks, their colorful cans and tempting advertisements beckoning from every corner store, vending machine, and supermarket aisle. The marketing machine behind these beverages is powerful, often targeting children and adolescents with messages that equate sugary drinks with happiness, fun, and social acceptance. It's no wonder we're facing a global epidemic of soda addiction, with consequences far more dire than a few extra pounds or a mouthful of cavities. We must resist the allure of these sugary sirens, educating ourselves and our children about the very real dangers lurking within those brightly colored cans. We must demand healthier options from beverage companies, pushing for reduced sugar content, clearer labeling, and a shift towards beverages that nourish rather than harm. The choice is ours. We can continue down the path of sugary excess, accepting the inevitable consequences for our health and well-being, or we can choose a different path, one that prioritizes hydration, nourishment, and a life free from the grip of soda addiction. The time for change is now. But amidst the despair, a glimmer of hope emerges. The human body, while susceptible to the seductive power of sugar, possesses an incredible capacity for healing and regeneration. The first step is awareness, acknowledging the insidious nature of excessive soda consumption, recognizing the subtle and not so subtle ways it undermines our well-being. We must educate ourselves and our children, arming ourselves with knowledge to make informed choices about what we put into our bodies. The next step is action, making small, sustainable changes to our diets and lifestyles. Swapping out that daily Coke for water, unsweetened tea, or sparkling water infused with fruit can make a world of difference. Incorporating more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains into our diets provides the nutrients our bodies crave, reducing our reliance on sugary quick fixes. And finally, we must demand better from the beverage industry. We, the consumers, hold the power to drive change, to push for healthier options, for reduced sugar content, for transparent labeling, for a world where sugary drinks are the exception, not the rule. The choice is ours. We can continue down the slippery slope of soda dependence, accepting the increased risk of chronic disease, the erosion of our health, the shortening of our lifespans, or we can choose a different path. We can choose life, choose vitality, choose the simple yet profound act of quenching our thirst with the elixir of life itself, water. Imagine a world where water is our go-to beverage, where our bodies are nourished by its purity, our minds clear and focused, our energy levels sustained throughout the day. Imagine a world where sugary drinks are a rare treat, enjoyed in moderation, their allure tempered by the knowledge of their potential consequences. This is the world we must strive for, a world where health and well-being are not sacrificed at the altar of convenience and sugary indulgence. It's a world where we take responsibility for our choices, where we prioritize hydration, nourishment, and a life free from the grip of soda addiction. So, the next time you reach for a drink, remember the journey we've taken, the science we've explored, the stories we've shared. Remember the power you hold to make a difference. For yourself, for your loved ones, for a healthier future. Choose wisely, choose water.